Oh yeah, no doubt. It was a
It's all
grievous
going to his
mistake
head now.
joining me. Yeah, I'm just gonna become power hungry. Soon enough, I'll be like above Sephisto on the ladder, and then
I'm afraid you'll start applying for mod ship or some crud.
No, God, no. Anything but
Ugh,
that.
the horrors.
God.
All right.
That's what I told Glim.
So
Like, I don't want to
upon
move. Oh wait, I'll save that for later.
Spone's request, I have started recording about a minute ago. So
Oh, good job.
Okay,
um,
sweet.
All
welcome
right.
everyone to the second ever Equestria Daily podcast. We're going a bit smaller this time because all the mods got to join in the first one, and now they're all happy and they're all sleeping at home with their minds at ease. But two people didn't join us last time. We've got GlimShims and Bunker Squirrel with us today, along with your hosts NGnir and Sponeoupartan. That was
You
very
could call them by their
professional, wasn't it?
abbreviated names.
What's their abbreviated names?
Yeah, you
Oh,
just call them Glim and Bunker. You don't need to
yeah.
give
Well,
them
you
like their whole
introduce them by their
username.
full name, and then
Just
and
call
then
me
I'll go into
BS.
PS. I never noticed that. That's
That's
pretty
the only
silly.
thing that comes out your mouth.
Oh shit! You
Yeah,
can't start
see,
off like this.
it works, right?
So we'll have some introductions for these two new guests. So I guess we'll go from top to bottom. So starting with you, Glims.
Oh boy.
When did you first get into ponies?
Okay, so 2013. I had already tried to watch the show before. Thought it was the worst thing ever. Couldn't understand why anyone liked it. It kept appearing in my YouTube recommendations in June of 2013. And so, like the cool dude I was gonna do an ironic watching of it. Just roast that crud, you know?
Yeah,
Make
yeah.
fun of it. Started out with Candlelight Wedding. Ended up crying at the end of the episode when Twilight got rejected by her brother.
Yeah.
Thought the show was incredible. So, yeah.
Sad.
Just kept watching from there and was like, oh god. No.
That's pretty solid. So did you tell anyone? Like, were you just like, oh, I'm gonna watch some ponies, guys. I'm gonna fucking roast it with you tomorrow, and then you just like went and saw your friends the next day, and they were just like, oh man, like how bad was that shit? And I was just like, totally didn't cry. It was awful. Like
It was
the joke's-
terrible.
Twilight
the
didn't
joke's
even
actually
get.
on you.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. I didn't have any friends at the time to talk to about this kind of stuff.
Okay.
So, it was just in silent. I was just like screwing around on the Wii U game browser, and I was just doing all this by myself. When I did get into it, though, I started looking for communities to branch out to, and the first one I started with was film fiction. I don't know why I started with that one.
That's a
but
terrible idea, but carry
yeah,
on.
no, it was. Oh my god! But it just progressively grew from there. I started dropping hints by sending people on Facebook videos from the show as jokes. Still denying it, but like on the inside, I knew. Then I got my sister to watch it, and she freaking leaked it to everyone, so I couldn't deny it at that point.
Nice. I like your sister.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to picture you like ironically sending people pony videos like,
Yeah, how
hey,
does that
hey
go
guys,
down?
have
It's
you
like-
seen this? It's so
Well,
dumb, right?
I had a cousin I was really close to at the time, and he hated the show. So like I knew it would be
Send
a
it
funny
to him
thing
all the
do.
time.
Yeah. So yeah, I just kept hitting him with pony videos.
So you just sent it under the guise of a troll, like
Yeah.
you just sent him like the 4 minute long like Tyrek battle, just like look at this garbage.
Yeah, literally. And the worst part too, we ended up falling out like a year later because of ponies. So it's like, god dang, the show has done things to my life that I just can't even freaking comprehend. So
So how did you end up here? How did you end up in how did you end up as a mod? How did you end up in Equestria Daily? How did you end up as a mod for Equestria
okay,
Daily?
so for Equestria Daily, I came across the website for film fiction, and I lurked the website for 4 years without making an account. And then on Starlight Glimmer Day of 2017, I decided I'm gonna make an account called GlimGlamShimSham, and I'm just gonna post and post and post and let everyone know why Starlight's the greatest character in the show. Just left the website for like a month after that for no reason. And then I started feeling like I should make a Discord, but I needed a Discord to join to justify it.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, doy, Equestria Daily's probably got one. So then I found it, joined, started posting. Everyone thought I was a different user. Thought that was pretty cool. Made a bunch of friends on accident.
Okay, that's pretty funny actually.
Yeah, there was another user here named GlimGlam.
I guess that's what happens when like you name yourself after a pony because you're like unoriginal as fuck. But
That's
see,
okay.
I thought-
Yeah.
ShimSham would make it original because no one had done that, and no one's done that still. So like I thought that would separate me from the other posers. It didn't at all.
It didn't. Not even a little.
It actually took like months for people to realize I wasn't the other user. Like even when I was a mod, there were still people making the mistake. They were like, "Wow, I didn't know you had interest in becoming a mod, GlimGlam. I thought you hated this place."
But did this other guy never come here? Just like, what the fuck is this guy? like you're just talking to everyone, having a great conversation. Then the real guy turns up and you're just like, "Hey guys," just shit.
Believe it or not, the topic never came up between us, like ever.
But like, surely you'd both be there at the same time.
Oh yeah, we were here at the same time before, but like people who weren't making the connection normally weren't around. So like coincidences of time kept playing into it.
Okay.
And like it just no one bothered to ever like really question it.
That's got to be one of the most interesting like joining stories I've ever heard. So thanks for that.
Yeah, actually.
So I just sorry if you carry on.
I don't think I'm gonna be able to top that.
Yeah, you got big shoes to fill, Bunker. If it isn't good, like respect lost. I'm expecting big things.
Yeah.
You have to make sure to impress, or else everybody else will be disappointed.
Yeah, the entire like 3 people that'll listen to this. Like, we've got 4 people
No,
here
there's-
right
there's
now,
4.
so that's.
Slink's still here, so.
Getting close to that ad revenue.
So I'm just gonna ask you 3 questions, Glim. First one is, well, everyone knows the answer. It's what's your favorite pony, but
Starlight.
why Starlight?
Okay. So honestly, I
He
don't
does
have
it
like
for the meme.
no, I don't have a real great answer for it. I had hated Starlight pretty awfully for a while, and one morning I woke up, and I don't know why, but Starlight was on my mind, and I just went like, wow, she's actually kind of a good character. Like I started thinking about it, it's like, dang, she's just so much good stuff about her, like her design, her personality. There's so much like. She's just so great. And then from there, I was like, you know what? Screw it. She's my favorite now.
Did you
I'm
just have
gonna
like
double
a
down on.
Did you just have like a dream about her or something? Like,
I think the
I don't know.
communism, it
But,
just
like-
infected your brain.
It was just like on my brain that day. Like, I don't know what the credit was. It's so stupid saying it out loud, but like, it's just kind of how it went down.
I mean,
But
honestly, it's a better reason than T6 has, so I'll leave it with you.
But I mean, like, truthfully though, I relate to her a lot with just like some of the social stuff, and I just think her character in general is really nice. Like, she's sassy and mean and blunt when she needs to be, but she's got that innocent side and all these insecurities and crud. And yeah, I can relate to that. I put myself out there a lot, but deep down, I'm not confident enough to really back it up a lot. And that's just kind of how she is too. She
So you
talks
just
big
relate
game,
with
but
the social awkwardness.
yeah,
There's like a 53-second video of all the social awkwardness, or the socially awkward laughs that Glimmer's had over
Yeah.
the entire.
it's pretty great, honestly.
season.
But
Sorry.
no, I was just ending it.
Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough. So, on top of this, I'm guessing it's going to be a Starlight Glimmer one. But what is your favorite episode of Ponies of like all the seasons?
All Bottled Up is my favorite episode. I don't know, like I don't normally pick a favorite episode, but there's something about that episode where I always find myself going back to it and just loving it. Like the song's great, the message is great, the plot's great. It's got a bunch of really nice moments.
It's like a bad relationship. He can't quit it. He just keeps coming back.
Yeah.
You just always end
It's
up
got all my
rewatching.
favorite things.
So yeah, I mean, it's a solid episode. I'll give you that. There's nothing I can do to discredit that. It is one of the good ones, season 7, definitely.
Yeah. No, it sold me on season 7, like right away too.
So
So
yeah, it was a solid season. I don't think anyone can deny that. It was honestly probably one of my favorite ones, if not the
I'll
favorite.
deny it.
if anyone does tell you season 7's bad, they're lying. Straight up.
That season 7's awful.
Oh
Okay.
shit, season 7 was amazing. I loved it.
You loved every minute you watched. You were just
Yes.
Every single minute of it that he's watched.
every single second
Yes.
you just thought was amazing.
Yes.
And
I thought it was
terrible at
amazing.
the same
Changed my
time.
mind.
His jaw is infinitely dropped.
It's still dropping.
It's
It
just
hasn't
like
hasn't.
It's
stopped.
just, it's
hit after
dropping in the
hit with
future.
that season.
So a final question for you, Glim. It's a bit less profound, but what's your favorite song from the show?
Favorite song is from the same episode. Best Friends Till the End Time.
Yeah, I thought it could be that. So why that one?
Yeah.
Just like what about it speaks to you?
Because he has bad taste.
No,
He
stop.
does have bad taste, but like, I mean,
No.
have you seen his name? But we'll just. He
Oh
said
my
like
god, get outta
Starlight
here.
is best unicorn. Like,
But no,
Slow it down
the
here.
beat of the song is incredible, and the lyrics are good. So, like,
Wow, that's like the
Yeah.
whole song.
I know, right?
I think you summed it all up.
the lyrics are so good. They have to say like queasy twice at the start because they couldn't think of any other words.
By the way, real quick, just kind of off topic, but also on topic.
Yeah.
We didn't say why I became a mod, so I just want to say it real quick because it's super easy.
Maybe we were getting to that.
Okay, well, I'm gonna get into it. Yeah, that's right.
Okay, and
Exactly.
welcome our
You're the
host, Glim.
Yeah, darn right. This is my show now.
Please take it
But,
away.
Okay, so real quick, everyone was joking in Manhattan one day about becoming moderator, and I decided, screw your joke, I'm gonna make it real. So I went through everything to apply. There was no way for Discord members to apply at the time, so I had to get Sky to change the way it worked in the forums. So you didn't need 200 posts. You could be a Discord user, go apply. Then I went and applied. Then I became a mod, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, he actually did it."
The man,
What a legend. He went
Yeah.
through with the meme. The fucking
Uh,
madman.
Honestly, great meme to this day. Really glad I did it.
It's still a meme. Like, you haven't done one serious thing yet.
No, all the work's just been a big joke.
Yeah, no, you think he moderates. I can tell you, doesn't do a damn thing. You'll never see him do anything. Hasn't deleted anything.
Nah, has he actually done anything? You guys can see the logs.
No, he hasn't done anything at all.
He
He
just-
did.
When people raid, he just joins them.
Yeah, he encourages them. He goes through their DMs and tells them what to do. He like coaches them on.
Real talk, okay? And don't tell anyone because I'll get fired. But
Don't tell
every raid on the server has been because of me.
He's been inviting them.
It was me all along, Austin.
Yeah.
You realize this is being recorded, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
wait.
He's not afraid. Nobody's
Well,
gonna listen
wait.
to it. It's fine.
No, it's okay. Yeah, if they don't listen to it, it's fine.
yeah. Don't worry about it.
He's moving to phase 2 of his plan
Yeah.
You're
to
also
take over
the,
the entire Discord.
he's just gonna be like super mod one day.
One day.
One
Just
day,
all
not yet.
part of the meme. All part of the meme. So you're also the person with like the person who's talked the most in this entire Discord, like ever, even
Yeah.
though you weren't the first. So
Nah,
I guess
that's
I just
incorrect.
have. Is that an incorrect?
Nah, it is
No.
incorrect.
That's not incorrect.
Nah, it's incorrect.
Oh,
What? No.
Spone's just fucking with us. Like,
If I check bot chatter right now, I'm still number 1. Yeah, I am, literally.
As you can tell, he spends too much time here.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
darn right
that
I
was
did.
just leading on to sort of like a bonus question. What's wrong with your life?
Dude, I can't explain it at all, okay? There's something about Discord that keeps me coming back, wanting to chat. And, like, I start to freak out if I don't come on here sometimes. Like, I start thinking, oh, am I doing enough? Or are they going to start wondering where I am and all this other crud?
People care about you here.
Yeah, and I care about them too. So, like, I can't bring myself to leave for long. I took a week break this week. And, like, it's been hard, believe it or not. It's just, like, keep thinking, like, people are going to think I'm lazy or I'm leaving or this and that. And it's, I don't know, man.
No,
It's rough.
I feel you.
I always thought I was the only one who thought like that.
Is this just a mod thing? Spone, do you feel like that?
No, man, I can take all the time off I want. I don't feel bad.
Spoon don't give a crud, okay?
He just gives
Spoon actually, like, does what one should do, which is just, do it when you get around to it.
Yeah, I show up when I'm not busy and getting, attacked by my classes.
Me and Spoon are, like, super opposites in that way, though, because, like, I double the crud down. Like, I get on here, and I'm like, it's work time,
Yeah, you need to earn those pwn coin.
Yeah, man.
It's hard at work making sure to bring it home.
You and Spone are kind of like complete opposites, so it's like crazy having you both here. Like, he doesn't give a fuck. He's cool.
Cool. Since when?
But since Glim's joined, it was just kind of like, when like you stand next to the ugly person at school.
Yeah, you're just default cooler. Got it.
What the crud?
So on that topic, we'll just move on to our second guest. So the first one doesn't have a chance to reply.
I want to ask the questions for this time. I got Bunker.
Hello.
You can have Bunker.
All right, Bunker. Explain yourself.
Me, but can you
I need you to explain yourself. How did you find yourself here?
Okay, so the last couple of weeks of 8th grade, I was an awkward teen grappling for any form of relevancy in my social group. So I was like, let's see what fresh memes there are. And at the time, the pony memes were just starting up, and I thought, oh, these are kind of funny. I'll make some pony memes. And I did. And that was great. But then I started asking questions like, why are there so many of these? Where are they coming from? So I decided to sit down on June 1st, 2011, probably around 10 or 11. It was probably a Saturday or a Sunday, but I'm not sure. And I watched the first 4 episodes of the first season. And by that 4th episode, I realized, my God, this is going to be a part of my life. I should probably take note of this date. And I did.
It was a Wednesday, though, so, like, 0 out of 10.
Oh, that was a Wednesday.
Credibility.
Doesn't even remember.
Maybe I took the day out from school. No, shoot. No, actually, I was at home. School had ended by that time. And I must have been extremely bored. So, credibility reestablished.
I think you just changed your story to like fit what we were expecting.
Hey, you know what? I was like 14 or 15 at the time. I can't remember that far back.
All right, fair enough.
I didn't. I only wrote down the date. That's it. Didn't write down any of the other shit.
Just wrote down the fucking date. Like, yes, this is an important date. I'm gonna write it down, and then you have like on a sticky note that you just put on your fucking laptop or monitor. Just leave it there.
He just sees it in like 6 years'
basically.
time. Like, this
It's
meant
70 years
something,
old
but
now.
I don't know what it means.
My
Make
most
up a story.
cherished possession. The fucking sticky note with a date written on it. All right. So how did you end up at EQD then?
Okay, so I think around late 2014, early 2015, I kind of left the fandom, and I kind of took a year and a half off.
For shame.
And then, summer of last year, I started kind of getting back into ponies a little bit, just a little bit. Like I listened to a couple songs and that kind of thing, and then wham! It was like I'd rediscovered the fandom again. It was just like all I could think about was ponies. Like I stopped gaming so I could like draw art and shit, and I actually got mildly decent at it because that's all I did with my free time. And I needed an outlet. I needed people to communicate with. So I was like, there has to be a pony Discord server somewhere. And I just did some digging. Actually, I didn't do much digging. I went straight to EQD to look for pony Discord servers, and then it turns out that they actually host a pony Discord server. And I was like, oh, sweet.
Surprise.
And I joined, and here I am.
Well, I mean that makes sense. All of you guys like joined really early in the fucking fandom, and it makes me feel like I was late
You were late.
When did you join?
in 2014. Everybody else is joining like 2011, 2012.
This was stated in the first podcast, guys. You telling me you didn't listen to it all?
They weren't. Yeah, they didn't want to listen.
Man, I had the worst week this week. I was just doing nothing but school for days. This is my first day off.
Wow.
I haven't had time.
But you had time for the podcast, and we appreciate that.
Yeah. Midterms are done.
I don't know why I'm
Graduation.
laughing, but thank you both for being here.
And now we're gonna steal all of
Oh,
your
thanks
free
for
time.
having us.
And yeah, no, thanks.
All right, so NG, you can ask Bunker your 3 questions.
My 3 questions, my coveted 3 questions. So, Bunker, who is your favorite
Yes.
pony and why?
Cadence. It's Cadence, and that's just a recent thing. Like, I'm just now realizing that Cadence is the only princess who actually does shit. Like, legitimately.
Twilight doesn't do anything?
Yeah.
Well,
Twilight hasn't
doesn't really
done
count.
shit.
She's technically main 6, so of course she's gonna do shit. But like Luna and Celestia, they're kind of lip noodles.
They
They
raised the
definitely don't
sun and the
control
moon.
like the fucking yeah.
Well,
They're-
yeah, they
they're
raise the sun
tired.
and the moon, but the moment somebody tries to attack Equestria, they're like, "Oh no!
They're
Oh,
they're
just
fucking
let
knackered, man.
Twilight
Give
and
them
her
some
friends
slack.
take care of it."
Cadence
You
was
can't tell me
just
Cadence
busy
didn't get
making-
fucking taken over by a bug.
No, yeah, she's doing actual princess, defend my people shit, and
Like
she's
getting trapped in a
also
crystal cave.
taking time to make babies. So
Taking time to make
props to her.
If you can breed, you're a good princess. Twilight, that's why you're not on the list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she's my favorite of the main 6, but
Okay.
I don't technically count her as princess. I just say that so I can count 2 princesses. That's best.
Blasphemy.
I mean, she does do some cool shit. Like, she does the shield spells, and she did
I think
something
that was
in the movie.
Shining armor.
Like, well, she did a shield spell in the movie as well. She did one in the Crystal Empire. She's got her own, like, kingdom and everything. So, I see it. I see it. So, from this, we'll move on to your favourite episode, Bunker.
Oh gosh, I haven't really thought about that much. There are a lot of episodes I like. I think I'm gonna have to do the cop out and go with the one that shoot,
You're
I
gonna
forgot
say-
the
you're
name
gonna
of the
say-
episode.
Don't say
Forgot the
Camelot
name.
Wedding.
Not Candlelight Wedding. That was a
Okay.
really great episode, though. That's definitely in my top 10, and I count both episodes as one. But oh, this is really embarrassing. I can't remember the name.
Can't
The
remember the
one
name
with
of your
Applejack's
favorite episode.
parents.
Oh,
No, the
perfect,
perfect
pair.
pair.
Well, that's a good.
Yes,
It
that
is a
one.
good one. It's actually, yeah, it's quite a lot of people's favourite, so I will accept that as a cop out. It's also got a solid song in it though, so it's
Oh, the
decent.
song's fantastic. It's not my favorite song though.
Well,
It's not my favorite,
Ah.
but it's good.
perfect setup for the next question. What is your favourite song, Bunker?
My favorite song is "You'll Play Your Part" from
Good
the
choice.
yeah. That one's great, and Cadence's voice is amazing in that one.
It does.
Outstanding
Yeah,
singer.
it was pretty decent. Was that like the first thing Luna sung or something? I think it was the first
Maybe.
time.
No,
Luna
I'm
sung.
not sure. It was quite a ways back. Probably.
Season
I
4,
don't
episode
think
1,
she
right?
sung for like all that much.
It was either the season 3 finale or the premiere of season 4.
Nah, she didn't sing well, there you go. That's some interesting trivia for you. I think that's the first time Luna actually sung in the show, probably. No
Might
one's
just be
typing in
completely
close to-
wrong.
Yeah.
Like first episode of the show. Fucking yeah, you don't remember?
Yeah, there's the Nightmare Moon just had a little solo song that we've just all
I
forgotten.
can't believe you forgot that.
It was like 7 years ago. Cut me some slack, man.
7 years ago. No excuses. You're
7
supposed to
years. No.
refresh up.
You have to remember everything from every episode.
Like
I'll
what
try.
Rarity was wearing in season 6, episode 21.
What if she wasn't even in that episode?
She's probably wearing nothing in it. Like, it's
Yeah,
fine.
probably, considering, 90% of the time that's a safe bet.
Yeah.
She was just an extra in that episode.
She's just a
Background pony, don't worry about it.
yeah. Is that like legit knowledge, or you just
No, I'm bullshitting.
oh bullshit?
I have no
I don't
idea.
even know what fucking episode that is.
I thought you just
so-
like
I'm
did a
gonna
quick
find out what that
Google or
episode
something.
was.
I was pretty impressed.
I
with
actually
the
have the list. I have the list up here. Season 6, episode 21.
Yeah, go for it.
Every little thing she does.
That's a fucking Starlight one.
It's a good
Yeah,
one.
it does
It's a
have
good one. Of
the it
course
does
it
have
is
the main
good.
6, though, doesn't it?
Yeah,
It does. So Rarity is in that episode.
She is in that episode, and I'm guessing she's wearing. No, she did. They're doing dressmaking together, aren't they? Starlight and Rarity.
Yeah.
Oh, she was probably wearing something then. See, I 100% planned reference.
Completely planned. Good job. Alright, so what is our main talking point that we want to start with in NG?
Our main talking point. Well, since Glims is here, it would be a crime not to go into some in-depth discussion about Starlight Glimmer. So, Bunker, we have just found out, has like not seen all of like season 7 and half of season 6. So,
Yep.
Missing out on all the good shit. How dare
yeah, he's missing out on a lot of stuff. But we'll just start because we obviously know Glim's opinion on Starlight Glimmer. What is your opinion on Starlight Glimmer, Bunker? Like, from what you've seen so far.
I like her. I think she's a great addition to the show.
Good.
you? Are you saying that because
Glim,
Glim
you
is
don't need to
making you
press
say
the
that?
gun so hard into the back of my head. I know it's there.
Just a reminder.
Keep saying nice things.
So that was like that was a single sentence. That's like 1 mark. This is like a 5-mark question.
A
Well,
5-mark
Bunker.
question.
5-mark question?
Yeah, I'm expecting at least 5 points or 3 points elaborated on.
Okay,
Save-
here we go.
save the nice thing.
She Glim, Jesus. She has nice hair.
So,
I really like her character arc and the way that they kind of introduced her at the start of the 5th season, and then brought her back for the season finale.
Yeah.
And no, yeah, her main's fantastic. I have drawn her main in a vectoring program, and it's a lot of fun. I like her main.
Accidentally memeing and not even meaning to.
I guess at the end of this, both you and Glims should because you're both very talented artists. You should both throw some stuff into voice and just get people to vote on which one's better. But that
I
one's,
don't know
Oh,
where
yeah.
I put that shit.
Hold on.
I forget.
you've lost your art.
I don't
It's
think I
gone.
have it anymore.
I have it.
I'd have to do some digging.
You
We're
have
gonna
your
use
art,
it.
Glim, or you have his art.
Oh, I have his and mine. I gotta grab mine from DeviantArt, but I have
Okay.
his.
I
NG,
mean,
I hope you're happy, because now you're gonna have to edit in the art into the video.
Yeah.
I can do
Good job,
this.
man, dude.
I can do
I
this.
can do this.
If you
I-
can't, the fans will be disappointed.
Broadening my talents.
Hold on.
So, Starlight Glimmer was obviously introduced all the way back, Season 5, Episode 1. We recently had a lovely stream hosted by a wonderful person on a Starlight Glimmer day that we watched all our episodes. What did you think about it when she first appeared? Like, I don't know if you watched any spoilers, but you just kind of go into it and there's a cutie map and there's a fucking town full of communism. What are the thoughts going through your heads?
Come on, Glenn. This
Oh,
is all
wait,
on you.
That was
You're
for
the
me?
professional. Yeah.
Either,
I think it's open-ended for both of us, but you go ahead.
What did I think when she first appeared on the marathon? Or
Just in the show in general.
in the show in general? Okay, so first time I ever saw her, I thought she was an amazing freaking villain. The whole build up, the story, the way she does things, it's so good. She's a real threat, but she's not trying to she's not trying to go about it by the usual means of just complete world destruction and brute force and crud. Well, I mean, she does eventually, but like that wasn't the plan. You know, she was doing all this cool manipulative crud, and that kind of stuff's always interested me.
So it was
So
like,
you know,
yeah.
yeah, seeing the show actually do this, like have the main six thrown into a room, go for the whole brainwash thing. I couldn't believe they were doing that, but it was also just like it was incredible because it shows that she's not playing around, and she is a real threat to them. She's not just some random character they can easily defeat and undermine. No, she's like she is an obstacle. So you know,
She is intelligent.
She's not a villain. She's an obstacle.
I mean, yeah, she is very intelligent.
This
I
is
mean-
the new favorite quote describing fucking Glim.
she's more about ideals than anything else, though. You know, she wasn't just like here because like I'm a god of chaos. I have to. No,
Yeah.
she was hurt, and now she was going to enforce her will upon the world.
She
Um,
legitimately did it with like misguided kindness, sort of. Like she just wanted everyone to be happy. She thought she was doing the right thing. Like she wasn't
Yeah.
just like Tyrek, where it's just like, oh, lasers, or Nightmare Moon,
No.
where it's just like, oh, I'm an edgy little sister. It was like, it was a believable villain, and yeah,
yeah, I mean,
I get what you mean with like the
Yeah.
brainwashing, like having like that sort of like psychological warfare in the show. It wasn't something you expected at all.
I kind of contradicted myself a few times because I'm getting caught up in the hype, but like, you know, it's just it was refreshing at the time. You know, she wasn't trying to laser her way through. She wasn't trying to magic duel freaking everything that moved. She was just trying to put forth what she believed was right, and she was willing to do whatever it took. But she didn't need to like go at the princesses immediately and crud. You know, she was just building up her own little community.
Yeah,
And, you know, that's pretty nice.
It's pretty nice. I like this villain.
Yeah.
Glim just really likes communism.
Then she turned good, and I was like, wait a minute, hold on.
She
This
got
is
a lot of
unacceptable.
flack at the start of season 6. Like, wait, or at the end of season 5 even. Like, what the fuck is this person doing? Like, they actually got redeemed. What the fuck?
I feel like a lot of the problems came from people just wanting Sunset to be in that role. But then this random villain just comes up into the scene and steals that spot. Because that's why I hated her originally. I was a Sunset fan. And I just saw all of my dreams of Sunset being in the show just like ripped away.
Everything's gone now. No sunset for you.
Yeah, and I felt awful. I was mad. And
I was angry.
I was on 4chan at the time, and they were rubbing it in. They were so freaking happy that all these Sunset fans had been beaten into the ground by the show. I was so
Is
mad.
4chan really like anti EQG or something?
I mean, who isn't?
They're pretty much anti everything except chocolate milk.
Yeah.
They love their chocolate milk.
They love their chocolate milk. Is that just because of the Discord episode, or?
No,
For
it's
me.
because of the GIF of Twilight, or no, the meme of Twilight knocking down the glass.
Oh,
think
that
that
chocolate milk,
Twilight,
yeah.
yeah.
4chan as a rule, everybody on 4chan loves chocolate milk, and if you fuck with their chocolate milk, they will kill you.
that is.
I don't understand it. Of all things,
Have you guys
but everything
been, like,
else they absolutely hate.
Is this all
Implying
of
we can
4chan or
understand
just like
anything there.
/MLP?
Oh, it's all of 4chan /MLP included. Yeah, that's
Like-
the GIF.
Oh no.
How did this GIF affect the rest of 4chan?
I have no idea where it came from. I don't look at 4chan lore. I just know that it exists, and
The
if I want to
4chan war.
piss off a bunch of 4chaners, just post pictures of spilled chocolate milk.
This is how you upset all of them.
Yeah, this is. So have you both been like forged in the fires of 4chan?
I spend a little tiny bit of time in 4chan, just
Little
like
tiny
A little tiny
few
bit
weeks.
of time.
Um,
I
just a few
promise.
weeks, and then I came here
And you said,
and I realized I don't want to be part of this. You guys enjoy.
I was going there for the create your own adventure stories that they had, and I wanted a sense of community because this was before EQD.
Yeah.
Now, it wasn't a great choice, and I got banned once,
How
but
did you get banned? What did you do?
He was
I
ERPing
called
with minors.
dubs on my post, and apparently you're not supposed to call digits on your post anymore. So I got a 24-hour ban, and I was one of the only people keeping a story alive. So I was freaking out. I was like, "Oh my god, dude, this thing's gonna get deleted." It did, and the author never came back. I tried looking for him once in a thread and got told to go screw myself for
Sounds
liking
like
trash.
4chan.
So,
By the author, or
you know, it probably was by the author. Because, like, it was an anonymous name, and this is the only dude in the thread who knew what I was talking about. So, you know,
the author just told you to go fuck off. Like, I can just imagine you searching high and low for him. Just like, I need to be reunited with this. I can't believe, like, we got parted on such unfortunate circumstances. Like a 24-hour temp ban, and then you finally find him. You see the joy in your eyes. You message him, just like, oh my god,
Fuck off.
is it you? And then just fuck off, mate. You like fucking
it hurts,
trash.
man. It actually was kind of painful, though, because I was just wanting to find this author. I wanted to tell him, like, I want him to come back. He freaking never did.
Honestly, this is actually really sad. This is like depressing. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm sorry you had
no.
to go through that. Like, that's something no man should have to go through.
Yeah, right?
All right, so you know, Starlight's redemption. Like, I feel like a lot of people are upset about that personally. Like from my point of view, just because you know a lot of bad shit happened when she was fucking around with time, and I feel like people didn't really take the moral from that episode and what was going on. Because you know she's just trying to get revenge. She doesn't mean to fucking like end the world, post-apocalyptic scenario. She doesn't know what's gonna happen in the future. It's not like she intentionally is doing shit like that. I feel a lot of people were just getting upset over that because it's like, oh my god, look, she's the worst villain. She actually ended the world and everything. It's like, well, technically she didn't. But at least she didn't know that she would.
Wouldn't that be like a really successful villain, if anything?
Yeah.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. No one hates her guts after it, which makes her a Mary Sue. Because people need to tell her she's the worst pony to ever exist. Like, what she did was basically Satan levels of stuff, you know?
Even
that
though
she
if
needs
I
to feel
traveled
bad
to the
about it.
future.
But, like, only one character actually witnessed any of it, understands, like, what actually happened. And she only told, like, 6 others. But she told them in a way of, like, where they would still forgive her. So no one, like, the general public doesn't
manipulated
actually
them.
realize this happened. So no one has a reason to hate her.
What, like
But-
in the show?
Yeah, in the show, no one ever has a reason to hate her. But all the people who hate Glimmer think that like they should hate her. God, like, hey, she tried to destroy the world. What the crud?
She killed
mean-
all of you.
I
You know,
guess
it's the
like
same-
why didn't the I thought it was a bit weird that like the townsfolk in a village, like they just sort of forgived her, just like, oh, you just had
Well-
under us like under a communist regime for 20 years, and we lost the best parts of our lives like to this, and we were never truly ourselves. But you know what? You're welcome whenever you want to come. Like she could
Well,
probably
I
just
mean-
do all this again if she wanted to. She's got the magic.
They tore her house down when she left, and you know they overthrew her. So I guess they kind of realized, like, you know, we both did bad things.
I
mean,
don't think tearing down her house is like as bad as being a communist dictator.
Hey, they got a whole village to themselves now, though. You know.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
It's-
I think they're
it's
just
free
happy
real
she's
estate.
gone. They're like, oh
Yeah.
man, she's gone. Yeah, no, you can come back and visit. Sure, just we'll be nice to you so you don't do that to us again.
Yes.
And you know, based on how season 6 finale went, it kind of looks like they took over the village and realized, wait a minute, none of us are qualified to run this place.
It went okay,
So-
though, didn't it? Like, what gave you that impression from season 6? Finale?
Well, because when she goes into town, they immediately start like trying to make her take control of the entire festival that they had come up with and were working on. And she didn't even know what the crap was going on. But they're already like, dude, please run the whole thing for us.
I know what you mean, actually. Yeah, I see that now. I see that.
You know what they should have done? They should have put Spike in charge of the town.
You know,
That would have been
they
quality.
really should have. Big flaw right there.
They missed out.
Princess Spike Part 2.
Princess
Oh,
Spike.
boy. Because
He's
you know
in
the first
charge.
episode was so good.
I want to have a repeat, please.
Yeah.
He's a good character, just as bad episodes.
It's not his fault.
Yeah, it's not his fault. I met
I'll bet
someone once
people
with...
who are writing for the show probably like I'm gonna make a good Spike episode. And they start writing the script and they're like, "Wow, this is really good." But maybe
I don't like that.
you know what? I think I'm just gonna replace Spike with one of the main 6 or maybe Starlight, and yeah, make it even better.
There we go.
Like,
Oh, you have a shitty episode with
Spike
fucking-
gets all the scraps.
Can't have that. Put Spike in there instead.
they don't write the episodes with the characters in mind. They just write down ideas and then they just
And then
drag
they
and drop
insert a
characters into the animation.
They decide like what quality the episode is, and then if it's a shitty episode, they're like, "Yeah, no, just throw Spike in. It's cool.
Yeah.
It won't hurt any of the main characters' development, so nobody really cares about Spike. You know, just throw him in."
Spike has no character arc. He just is there.
He's
Or Spike.
he is basically like a bonus character though. Like he's always the
He's a bonus
support,
character.
basically.
The world develops him.
Exactly.
Change
He
the
is the one.
Changeling, though. That was a pretty damn good episode.
Yeah.
It was a good Spike episode, too.
Yeah, I will agree.
Oh,
I think
yeah,
we're
that's
actually
the
going to talk
Thorax
about that in a little bit. Yeah.
one. Are we? That's not a Glimmer episode, is it?
Well,
Oh,
no,
wait, yeah,
but like,
yeah,
later
yeah,
on,
yeah, I know what you
yeah.
So
But,
like, speaking of like all the main 6 in that, like, what do you think of Starlight Glimmer's friendship? So like, you got Maud, you've got Sunburst, you've got Trixie. The main 6 is kind of less so. She's kind of more friends with those 3. So, like, did they feel natural? Like, when she made friends with Maud, like, people thought that was a bit, or some people thought that was, like, really weird, and they were just kind of, like, grasping at straws. But then you have other people who just, like, absolutely loved it. So,
It worked. It really worked. I liked it.
the friendship with
And yeah, I do
Maud,
get that. Yeah,
yeah.
it works.
I was honestly one of the people that, like, really liked it. I thought it was well done. Like, you can see, you can believe it.
Yeah. They did a really good job of giving her a cast that like can relate with her and grow with her. Instead of just kind of like dropping characters around who are going to completely outshine her and make her look awful.
Yeah.
Which, that's why it's good that they didn't keep her just with the main 6, because that's what would have happened. She would have looked incompetent around them constantly. But with characters who have sunk to her level, it's not the same thing. Like,
Super level.
yeah, they can both understand each other and they can feel like trash together. So
I think that this is a case kind of like what we talked about at the beginning here. Is just like, you know, you put a character around more shit characters, and that character looks better.
yeah,
What do you
So
say about
basically-
Maud? I like Maud.
Oh, Mod's garbage.
Whoa!
hold on.
That's...
Timeout.
Hey, these are my opinions.
Mod,
I'm allowed to
Mod
have
is a
them.
great character.
That's just incorrect.
Yo,
Well, your opinion's incorrect.
yeah, what the
Look,
crap?
I'll talk. Look, I'll talk
Trash.
about this more. I'll talk about this more in a little bit.
Please do.
Okay.
Yeah,
I will
because this
elaborate.
is-
Well,
later.
let's add that to the talking points here.
Yeah, I'll just write that at the bottom, just like Spone's.
Don't worry. No,
incorrect
I
opinion.
planned on elaborating on it when we were talking about Mudbriar later. Don't worry.
Oh, good.
I actually think like her friendships also kind of goes towards the writing of the show, because like I always saw it as like Maud came in way before Starlight. Starlight was obviously like the next season. She only got like joined in with the rest of the crew and like 2 seasons afterwards, but they still managed to have sort of personalities that clicked with each other. And so I think that makes it feel like the writing makes these characters feel alive. Like you don't see the show and just think, oh, it's like they're only there for 20 minutes. Like you can believe that they're real people, and like they've generated sort of like a friendship on their own that worked well together because they were sort of both these independently written characters, but then
Yeah, so NG, I think you might have a problem if you're starting to think that these characters are real.
That's not what I mean.
What?
Like, am I just like
They're not real?
I believe that they're real. I choose to believe.
like if no one understands what I'm talking about, then like
Yeah, it's just you.
basically they're just well written to the point that you can yeah, I'm just gonna stop. I'm just gonna stop. Fuck it.
They're
Next
written.
talking
It's like
point.
they're here with me in the room.
Your point's understood, though. I mean,
Uh,
they are written like very well, and
oh yeah, no, the
Human
writing's really good.
you know, it doesn't feel like they're just static characters who only exist for that fraction of time. Like we can all tell stuff's happening, when we don't see them and stuff. You know, like there's actual building going on behind the scenes.
I mean, I don't know. I think that like all of the stuff is contained in the episodes.
Okay, well, that's just ignorant.
I'm kidding. Uh, but yes, I would agree that it was very good writing for the show, and I do like that episode, like where Glim makes all the friends, even if I don't like her friends.
No, it is good. So the last two big friends of hers are obviously two big ships in the fandom as well. You've got Star Trix and you've got Starburst. I'm gonna start with Star Trix, otherwise you're just gonna hear Glim complain
Yeah.
for about
Oh
2
yeah,
or 3 hours. I'm sure he's got a lot of material on this stuff. So
I have legitimate reasons.
Nah, we're starting with Star Treks. We don't want to hear your
yeah,
complaining first.
what do we think about Star Trek? So introduced season 6, episode 6, like basically the first like legitimate friend she made, because Sunburst was still a bit like they brought
Yeah.
Trixie back into the show. She's now like a recurring character rather than just some random person in the background that like some people decided to like for some reason.
For some reason, we don't really
Yeah.
know what it is.
Like, did you like it? Did you think it was believable? What were your opinions on just Trixie becoming friends with Starlight?
I thought it was genius. Like
Mm-hmm.
I had the whole time, right before that episode came out, I was thinking there'd be no one better than her, just because like they've experienced so many of the same things. They both got this cred with Twilight, and they both have like a kind of similar goal, which is proving people wrong about them. And it just works so well. They get each other, and even though Trixie is dumber than a sack of potatoes,
Oof.
I second
you know,
that.
she teaches Starlight the lesson she needs to learn, like with the whole bottled up thing. Starlight needs to learn how to control herself and her emotions. And who better than to do that than Trixie, who's going to test her emotions on every single level.
I mean, honestly, that's kind of what I don't like about Trixie. She just seems like such an asshole. Like,
She is an asshole, and she's
a
annoying as
terrible
fuck.
friend.
She's an awful friend.
No, but she doesn't mean to be awful.
She doesn't mean
Yeah.
it's not her fault.
Yeah, and Starlight understands that.
Look, Trixie, I understand you're stupid and you don't understand. It's okay.
Look. What Trixie brings to the table is way greater than what she doesn't bring to the table.
Oh, there's a lot she doesn't bring to the table.
What does she
Okay.
bring to the table? She tests Starlight's emotion. Like, I'm just gonna shoot you to test your like body's repairing system. You're welcome. Like, that's not.
Yo, she's great and powerful. She doesn't need
She's
to
great in power.
explain.
Don't
these
sound
things.
like a fucking Rainbow Dash fan. Come on now.
Oh my god, I'm not. No, but like,
IQ 2.
she's someone that Starlight can talk to and confide in, which is bigger than any of the stuff she isn't doing. Because she doesn't have a lot of people like that. And no one can really understand her like Trixie can from that angle. And so like she's willing to forgive that just because, Trixie and her relate so well. But, Trixie's also not that bad. Like, yeah, she's dumb, but like
She's dumb.
she's not
I admit she's
constantly
dumb.
just like ruining Starlight's life, Everything she does is like on accident, and it doesn't happen frequently enough to where it's a
It's an
problem.
accident, I swear. I'm sorry that I fucked up again.
Yeah. Hey, if she screws up, let's just go to the spa. You'll forget all about it there.
This
Hey,
is why
guess
people
what?
like Rainbow
That's not
Dash.
does.
something like it just feels like such a take relationship. Like Starlight gives everything, Trixie takes everything, and just gives nothing back. Like, what's
It gives
one
a lot of
positive
anger and
thing?
frustration.
Name 3 positive things that Trixie has done for Starlight.
Helped her save the world is a big one.
Reluctantly, like
Reluctantly, and
I mean, hey, look, it was very late at night. Okay, it's a very stressful situation. I mean, could you imagine being woken up and being told, "We gotta go save the world. Everyone's been abducted."
well, I mean, in Ponyville, that shouldn't be that shocking.
Yeah, but this is Trixie we're talking about. You
She
can tell
should
her
be
very
used to this.
eccentric.
She's had like a ton of interaction with the mains.
like, but I already mentioned the whole like relate thing. Like they're able to talk to one another and work their problems out through each other. That's 2 points. Crud. What's the third
That's
one?
2 points. You can't do it.
She
I'm gonna
provides
concede that. I agree.
Glimmer with a stable side job.
A stable
What's this
side
like?
job. What the fuck kind of headcanon are we getting into now?
Well, no, because you see, Glimmer works as an assistant on her magic shows.
Sometimes,
Oh,
on
yeah,
occasion.
that's right.
But that's the thing, right? They make money from that. Trixie's gonna share. Okay, she's not gonna
some
keep it all
bits,
for herself.
yeah.
Are you sure?
So
Yeah, I don't know. I feel
I'm
like
positive.
this is fine. We'll just accept your headcanon, just so that you can feel good about yourself that you found 3 reasons. Well done.
Yeah, there we go.
I'm not saying
Alright.
she's a bad character. I'm just saying she's a dick. Like, I enjoy her. She has some good moments. She has some good jokes.
They do work well together as well.
Yeah, I mean, Trixie has her issues, but she's not an awful character. She's enjoyable. She has her moments.
So,
Wait.
moving on to the
What has to
best,
say?
like,
I want to know what
OTP
Bunker has to
of the
say on this.
Oh, Bunker. Yeah,
Yeah.
sure, we can get his opinion if you want.
Yeah, sure. We can get his opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do, Bunker, if
Maybe.
you want to.
This must have been an episode
Maybe.
you've seen, right?
An episode, yeah, I saw the episode where they kind of got hooked up together. That was an interesting episode.
It was interesting.
No, the sex scenes in season 7. You haven't seen it yet, but I'll
Oh,
forget
what?
to tell you.
Oh my god.
What?
Yeah, don't worry about it. You'll get there eventually.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus! Oh Jesus! I really need to start binging.
Got some research to do.
Yeah, I didn't realize the show got that loose and like not family friendly.
Well,
Sweet.
Why do you think that season 7 is so highly acclaimed?
Yeah, why do you think
Oh
people
my
love it
God.
so much?
Oh my God!
Why do you think
There's a
people
reason
got
why
turned
it's so
around
high.
on like Starlight Glimmer as well? Just it was a
Yeah.
sudden thing.
All right. Okay, we can move on to the next ship then. Glim, go ahead, take it away, because you'll probably take 15 minutes by yourself.
What, this is on Sunburst? Oh no,
Yeah.
let Bunker go first. I'll say
Oh,
it.
okay.
So Bunker,
after
what
you, my
words do you
friend.
have? No, we're starting with you, Bunker. It's
After
been
you.
set. What words do you have on the best OTP in the show and number 1 husbando, Sunburst? In
Okay,
relation.
what is?
What-
I'm kind of new to this whole like shipping thing. What's an OTP?
One
What-
true pairing.
Yeah, one true pairing. Basically the best shit.
One true
in the show.
pairing.
Yeah, basically best ship in the show.
Well, I don't really ship ponies that much.
Yeah,
It's
we're just
mostly-
talking
it's
about the
mostly- we're
friendship.
doing it for the meme,
Yeah.
for more or less. We just need you to elaborate on your view.
Okay. Well, I really like the fact that she's getting back together and chilling with Sunburst again. I like Sunburst as a character. He's pretty great,
He is.
and
I agree.
they kind of work really well together in that Starlight is extremely powerful, but she doesn't know much about magic. But on the other hand, Sunburst knows a lot about magic, but he just isn't very good at it. And I think that's a pretty cool character dynamic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. I like it.
No, I'd have to agree. I also enjoy the fact that he's also socially kind of dumb, and I feel that it's nice like that he learned off of that episode that he was in with Starlight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he
And
learned
there's
friendship.
a room for character development there as well, because it
Yeah,
allows Starlight to kind of take on the mentorship role that the main six have already taken on, and kind of share her knowledge of friendship with Sunburst, while at the same time she's still in a environment back in Ponyville where she can continue to grow and learn herself.
yeah, no, I agree.
I think that's really well worded. Yeah, yeah. You pretty much touched on everything that I like about Sunburst and Starlight as well.
All right, so now that we've gone through Starburst positivity, like then go for it.
Yeah. Okay, so I like what Bunker said, but the problem is the execution of it is like one of the worst parts of the show. Sunburst as a character is dumb. He's
So is
neglectful.
Trixie though, but you like Trixie.
No, but you see, that's the thing. Trixie will like go out of her
Trixie's
way to
dumb
show
as well.
she still cares. Sunburst won't until he absolutely has to, because the world's crumbling around him. His introduction, he's already trying to shut her out after she took all this time to come and find him after years of no communication, which, again, to avoid the events of Starlight turning evil, all he had to do was send some letters.
Okay, look, again, you can't do that. I feel like that's an unfair. It's the same way that people prosecute Glim for saying, it's the future. They should have known what happens in the future.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, like, yeah, he could. So, he didn't know that was going to happen because he didn't. Oh, well, I was just saying that, like, it's impossible for him to know what's going to happen in the future because he didn't do something.
Well,
Same with, like, how Starlight didn't know what was going to happen with the time travel.
No, I'm not saying he would have done it if he knew or any of that. I mean, like...
He could have, though. But he didn't know.
Saying, like, literally, he just cut contact off with someone who's supposed to be his closest friend.
He got accepted. He had more important things to do.
Yeah, but he had, like, no reason. He's not consumed by work, though, Like, that was one of the things Celestia was trying to teach, was to keep the friendship factor going. And he didn't attempt that. We don't know if he made friends at the school, but, like, he had a friend and just didn't do anything with them.
Yeah.
Just, like, stopped. And then
the way that I...
Oh, okay.
No, I was to say, the way that I kind of saw him is like Twilight or Moon Dancer, kind of like not caring about friendship, really, because they just got obsessed with their studies and shit.
Yeah, I mean, I get that, but, he leaves the school, right, and goes and lives on his own. What's he doing then?
He's still studying. Like, his house is full of fucking books and shit.
Honestly, I kind of relate to that. Like, I am one of those people who's really shit at friendships. Like, I could, like, when I went off to uni 4 years ago, like, I had good friends in secondary school. And then I just went to uni, and I was just like, I should probably, like, text them or something. And I just never did. Like, I don't know why, but I just find it really hard to maintain a relationship on my end. So I believe that he lost touch with, like, Glimmer. Maybe, like, he sent a few things, but, like, the long distance was just awkward or something, because he obviously had to go to school there, so no matter what, they were living miles away. So I believe it.
I guess from that perspective, it can make sense. It's just like, it's weird, But
Yeah.
I felt like he should have said something about it, maybe, once they were face to face. But he became consumed with trying to make sure that he didn't disappoint her. But he didn't do it in a way that was, like, to impress her. He did it in a way to, like, get her out of his hair.
How would you feel
You know?
if, like, you just met in the supermarket someone from high school?
I
They
mean,
just come walking on in.
I
Hey,
wouldn't
best
like.
friend.
See, that's the thing though. I wouldn't lie to him. Like, I could tell him I had plans or this and that. It's like, but I mean, that's me. You know, I
Of
don't.
course,
I
yeah.
don't care that much. I know how my life is going. I don't have to hide it. Oh, I thought you were gonna be this big business mogul, political figure, dude. Well, life just didn't work that way. Oh well.
Oh no, you moderate a fucking Equestria Daily's Discord. You could just shove that in their face and fucking.
Yeah, I could.
I moderate
You know?
the Discord.
Hey, I have an achievement. I could just rub it all in their face. Could be. I have the most deletions of the whole staff.
Woohoo.
Forget, what you gonna do then? What you gonna do then? Nothing.
I don't even live in like the same side of the U.S. as you. I don't think we're going to be competing for jobs anytime soon.
So you see, but he just he does so many things wrong with the whole scenario, But then it gets worse because they have that breakdown scene, right, where he admits it that he's just a fraud, and then Glimmer breaks down too and admits to all of this crud she did with almost destroying the world.
Mhm.
The only thing he takes out of it isn't any of that, or that she got sad about him leaving. It was just, you went back in time? Wow.
Dude, that'd be
That's hella
crazy. Though.
impressive.
Dude, he
Just-
doesn't care about her destroying the world. That's pretty good if you ask me. That's a good
But he doesn't
quality.
care about any other part of her story. Just, you did time travel?
He doesn't
Dude,
care
that's
about
crazy,
the
man.
emotional part. It's
It's just,
like,
he
this was
doesn't
really distressing
care.
for you, but you did something cool. So
he's
that's-
socially awkward.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
socially awkward people don't fail this much.
I feel
on
like
so
I
many-
could like.
'cause, this isn't the only episode he does this in, okay? He comes back for that episode where he visits. And, it's supposed to be that the whole day is with him and Starlight. But he goes out of his way to make sure he's not spending time with her.
He's
like-
trying to connect with her friends because
Yeah,
he wants to
like-
feel good and know that he's connecting with her friends and making her feel good that she has good friends.
But no, that's not how it works.
That's not how it works.
No.
Okay, so it's just you and a friend, right? And you bring me in
Like-
because you
Okay,
want
so-
me to spend time.
No,
With
I
you.
understand what you're getting at. Yes,
Yeah.
he should have spent time with the
He
person
just-
that invited him. But it's a show, and also, he's supposed to have some character development, and Glim's supposed to have some sort of challenge.
But that's not character development or any of that. That's just
No, it
him
is.
being completely neglectful, not caring.
There's a
like,
good moral there. It's saying
He
like
doesn't say anything about it though, and he doesn't really address it at all until it's already become a huge issue in Twilight.
isn't that like everything in the show though?
Not really.
We
Like,
don't
they
we
had
don't address
episodes
this
where-
until it's become an issue.
Yeah, but he can't keep doing this. Every episode he's in can't be about how he's inept and just doesn't realize this is going on. That's bad character. If every
I-
episode he's in is about him neglecting what's supposed to be one of his best friends, that's a huge character flaw because he does it again in the finale. In the finale, he jumps at the chance to tell her why she's wrong and she should stop thinking the way she does. And he doesn't even take the time to go oh, you know what? You were right, or your approach was right. I'm sorry for being wrong. None of that. Just, you're wrong. Oh, I was wrong? Oh well. And he just keeps
I feel
doing
like that's just his character. Like that's just how he is.
Like,
But
if I
that's the
put
thing.
myself in his shoes, my friend has invited me to come visit them. I go see them, and they're basically my only friend. Sunburst doesn't have any other friends apart from Starlight. So then
That's
you
also
go
true.
meet his friend. So you go around, meet Starlight's, meet the friends that you went to see. You meet their friends, and you hit it off really well. You have some conversations going. You think, oh, I can actually turn this into other friendships because I'm a lonely fuck, and I could actually get a nice circle of friends, and it'll be the same circle of friends as the friend I went to see. So I could put a lot of effort into this, and it's like a win-win scenario. But you don't see that your friend is upset or whatever that you're not spending time with them. So you after a while you've made friends with their friends, and then they burst out saying you're supposed to come here to see me, and you go, oh shit, you're right. I just kind of got lost in this sort of thing that was in my head of me trying to get with your friends and like we'll just have a nice circle of friends together. But you're right, I should spend some time with you. Like, it's.
I mean,
I guess I like Sunburst so much because I relate to him. Because I.
I like it to
I
the
feel
point.
like a lot of people in this fandom relate to him.
Angie, you
Not
don't
gonna lie.
have the faults he has. You don't struggle like he does. You know, you're not just oblivious to all of this.
Are you
know?
sure?
I'm dead serious.
How
okay?
much have you talked to NG for?
I've talked to him quite a bit. Like I've never seen him do the same things Sunburst has done to others. I can understand appreciating the socially awkward part, but you got to make it a bit more believable than just oh, I'm a freaking idiot. I don't understand what I'm doing. Oh, I'm causing issues. Whoops, my bad.
It sounds like Trixie or Rainbow Dash.
Yeah, it really does.
That is true.
Not-
It sounds almost exactly like them.
Not all of their appearances are centered around this. Like they've
Well,
had.
Trixie's had more appearances, to be fair.
I mean, with Sunlight.
With
With
Star Sun,
Starlight-
my favorite.
Sorry.
Starburst.
With Starlight though, Trixie hasn't had like a ton of episodes with her.
Yeah, she's had a little more development. I mean, she had a two-parter.
Yeah. She hasn't like consistently done this. You know, like her first episode, yeah, she had issues, and she addressed those. Hasn't done it again. Her episode where she kept making Starlight mad, you know, she understood what was going on, and she hasn't really had that issue again either. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
she's
I also
going-
feel like Trixie's just more developed. Like, she's had more episodes overall. She's had time to become a character.
Yeah,
you know?
Sunburst had like what the season.
Yeah, he had a
6
season-
opener and the season. What else was he in the last episode of season 7? That's about it, isn't it? Where else did he appear?
There's one more episode I think that you're missing, but I can't recall what it was called.
What happens in it?
And that's the one where like they meet up and you know they become like the one that Glim doesn't like.
Oh yeah. That's
Yeah.
the one I was referring to. What's the other one? Is he in the season 7 finale?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, he's not there much, but he's there.
Oh, fair enough. So yeah, he's only got like 3 episodes in total, I guess, because it's a 2-part of the first one. So he's had less room for development, and I don't think he had like you're saying like, oh, I just keep doing the same mistakes I didn't learn. Like it's not really the same mistake, is it? Like season 6 opener,
because like
he sees this person. So like, I don't know if you guys have been reading Voice, but Alkanon's been saying like,
I didn't have it.
like there's no evidence to show that not Trixie, Starlight. I keep trying to say Starburst. Starlight
You're doing good.
went to contact him. She just saw it as like cutie marks are bad, and then obsessed over that.
Marks are bad.
Like she just took the negative experience and then just sort of went off of that. She didn't deal with Sunburst again. So like someone's just appeared at his door. It's really fucking awkward, and like that's that. And then you have season 7, episode 24, where like he goes to see this new friend that he's made because it is still a new friendship, and then goes to make new friends. Like it's different.
They say since then that they've been writing letters to each other, right, and actually keeping contact. So
Yeah.
there's development behind the scenes there.
Oh god, not the behind the scenes development.
Yeah, no, that's because this is a
This is 'cause
point
they're
they
real
make sure
characters,
to
Glenn.
address. You know, like they talk about how they've been keeping contact,
Hmm.
but since then he still hasn't like learned anything. They haven't actually talked it out, and he hasn't really made the effort to figure out like, wait, what the crud happened? You know, he's still just assuming it's whatever, and then is surprised when things just start blowing up on him.
I mean, I
And-
feel like that's just like it's his character problem and he has to work on.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to like agree to disagree in order to move this on.
I think you just need more like episodes, really. Like, you know,
Yeah.
and I mean, this kind of does lead
I
on
would
to the
be-
next point, anyways.
Super fine with him if he got an episode where he was like normal or something, you know?
Yeah, maybe he learns and he has a different problem going on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, to be fair, Starlight's entire plan was let's play this board game we liked when we were little kids.
Yo, she was desperate though.
That
know?
was pretty dumb. Yeah, I thought that was a really dumb point, like for the whole thing, just to be like, let's play this board game.
And it kind of got a bit creepy when like they turned
Yeah.
into little kids again. I was just like, okay, this is
Look.
weird. Like, I can't really tell, but something's off with this scene. It doesn't feel right. And then I like that Sunburst sort of like picked up on that as well. Just like, Starlight, this is weird. Let's leave.
You're being creepy again. Stop.
Let's just
But like,
leave.
she only got
No
to
one's
that
cue
point
mark gets taken. Everything's fine.
after other attempts. You know, like she had tried to bring him out to the apple field and stuff, or wake him up early.
Bring him
Didn't
out to
want
the
to
apple field. Is he gonna fucking like shoot him or shoot her? She's going
Yeah.
to shoot him in the back of the head.
Now going
Hey,
to
you
the
know-
barn for some Starburst action.
Oh
Just
no!
think about the rabbits.
Let's not go there.